They say dreams written down are goals.
I am a winner. I am a winner.
If you believe it, you can achieve it.
I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable.
But affirmation are next level shit.
I am an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur.
This is Entrepreneurial Dreams, where I'll be documenting my journey of building a SaaS business in 12 months. Warning, the content in this episode may be satirical at times and contains some unpleasant words for those with sensitive ears. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to my very first episode of Entrepreneurial Dreams. Today I'm going to explain to you what this challenge is about, and we'll find out if I'm ready to start this entrepreneurial journey by attempting to pass a series of challenging and specially made entrepreneur tests. What are these tests? And will I succeed? Well, you'll have to keep watching to find out. About half a year or so ago, I had this brilliant idea that I was going to challenge myself to build a SaaS business in 12 months from scratch and document all of it on YouTube, showing you how I would do it. Now, if you're wondering, I am 100% completely unqualified to do any of this, but it's absolutely perfect because it doesn't matter. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because every single morning I do my affirmations. All right, let's get into the challenge details. So the challenge is to build a SaaS business in 12 months. When does it start? Well, unofficially it starts when I release this video on YouTube, but officially it starts August 1st, 2021, and it runs 1 year, so it will end on August 1st, 2022. Now, what are the rules? So the rules are I have 12 months to complete this challenge. It needs to be an online business, and ideally, preferably, it needs to be a SaaS type of business. I have to start this completely from scratch, so I cannot have worked on any of the ideas before. And the last thing is it needs to be bootstrapped all by myself, so I cannot have received any external help. Now, what defines success? So success would be by the end of this challenge that I have paying customers and I'm making $500 per month of profit. And most importantly, what do I win or what do I gain from doing all of this and sharing the whole process on YouTube? Absolutely nothing, or in other words, jack shit. Let's move on to the tests. Now, the first test is a mix of advice that I've collected over the years from a bunch of business gurus. Now, I've expanded and refined upon their advice and have put together what I call the ultimate entrepreneur preparation checklist. It is a series of 46 checklist items that I need to go through in order to prepare myself for this entrepreneurship journey. Now, if you would like to buy yourself the ultimate entrepreneur preparation checklist yourself, I will put a link down below where you can find it. And if you add /David, you will get a 25% discount. Nah, you'll actually get jack shit. The second test consists of 3 portions. It is scientifically unproven, and there is no known correlation between this test and being a successful entrepreneur. It is likely why no business gurus out there use any such tests. Instead, they accept everyone into their programs and just take your money. Why? Because obviously Everyone is a fucking entrepreneur capable of making 7 to 8 figures. That is why I've come up with this test to cut off the low-hanging fruit, those who will not make it. It is the most sophisticated and advanced challenge I've ever seen, and it will determine whether I have the skills to be an entrepreneur. It has taken me years to develop. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I came up with it in like 30 seconds. Before I go through the ultimate entrepreneur preparation checklist, let's begin with some theory behind it. It is all based upon the principle of cleansing your fucking life. In order to follow this principle, you must go through every aspect of your life with the 4 R's. The aim is simple. Free up as much of your time as possible from unproductive activities. What are these 4 R's? If we draw a quadrant on the screen here, inside the first box in the top left corner, we have reduce. Anything that you need in your life but consume or do too much of, you reduce. An example of this would be your shoe collection. The second box, top right corner, we have recycle. This is a simple way of saying to donate, give away the things that you don't need. For example, that friend who is no longer your friend because they aren't entrepreneurial, you give them that item. Now, an example of an item would be your TV that you don't have time to watch anymore. The third box, bottom left corner, we have delegate. Now, I know what you are thinking. Delegate doesn't start with an R. Well, it's a silent R, okay? If you say it really, really fast, you will hear it. Delegate, delegate, relegate. There. I'm pretty sure it was in there. Now, an example of this to free up more of your time would be to hire someone to mow your lawn rather than doing it yourself. And the fourth box in the bottom right corner, we have remove. So anything that is a distraction from you achieving your goals. An example would be blocking access to your favorite time-wasting website that doesn't provide any value to your life at all.
Alright, let's go through this checklist. So first item, cancel Netflix. Yep, no problem at all. Cancel Amazon Prime. Yep, not a problem. Dump boyfriend, girlfriend unless you plan to marry them. Sure, no problem. Say no to everything. No problem. Get rid of any plants. I know I have one.
Alright, as you can see, I have one plant here in my house, but it is alright to keep because it is absolutely and completely dead. That means maintenance free.
Awesome. Another one checked. All right. Okay, almost there. Exercise. Yep, no problem. Quit smoking. Don't smoke. No problem. Quit drinking alcohol. No porn. No drugs. Yep. No sex. Okay. Remove useless friends in your life.
All right, let's do this. Hey, Brian, what's up? Oh, you're getting married. That's awesome. Congratulations, man.
you want to invite me to your wedding? What's new with me? Well, actually, Brian, I was calling because I wanted to ask you a question. Are you a winner? What do I mean by that? I mean, are you willing to dedicate every second of your waking life to becoming an entrepreneur? Hell no? Then, Brian, we are no longer friends. Goodbye. I feel bad about Brian. He was a good friend, but in the name of entrepreneurship, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that is how you get a distraction-free life with the ultimate entrepreneur preparation checklist. Now that my life is in order, let's move on to the second step, the assessment test. I've realized that you need to have certain skills in life in order to better increase your odds of success. So I've come up with a test and have called it the Entrepreneurship Guru Unapproved Assessment Test. It will test me mentally, physically, and emotionally. It consists of 3 parts: discipline, torture, and focus. I will need to pass all 3 in order to become entrepreneur ready. Now, let's find out if I'm fit enough to be an entrepreneur. Test 1, discipline. For this test, I will need to sit still for 1 hour while my laptop makes random notification sounds. The aim is to not move to nor touch my laptop. Let's start. Hello and welcome. This is challenge number 1, discipline. I have myself a little watch here just to keep track of time, just in case, and I will check on the camera, make sure it's recording. And here on my laptop, I have programmed something up that plays random notifications, just like you heard. And I actually found something online that worked. I just expanded upon the code and now it plays one of 3 random notification sounds, and it picks a number between 0 and 60 seconds and it plays it on repeat every minute. Okay, let me just save this. Okay, I've restarted the program, so after 1 hour it should go pretty crazy, making notification sounds every second. That will indicate to me that it is time to stop. So I'm making a note of the watch, of the time, and we're starting now. Okay, so I start the challenge off pretty strong. Time goes by really quickly, it just sped up. And unfortunately my camera overheats, so after the 30-minute mark it stops recording, and then I managed to record for a little bit, but I do get the last 5 or 6 minutes. Alright, it looks like that's 60 minutes. Challenge is complete. So yeah, it was not as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't have that urge to go check my laptop for the notifications, but now I gotta really turn that on. Test 2, torture. In this test, I will need to sit still for 1 hour, but listening to something really bad. For this, I decided to go with a song by Taylor Swift called Shake It Off. This means listening to her song 16 times in a row while keeping calm and cool. Alright, let's start challenge number 2. I am so not looking forward to this. Okay, again, I had problems with my camera. It overheated, so I only get just less than half an hour of footage. Unfortunately, you miss out on an epic reaction at the end, but oh well. Test 3. Focus. In this test, I need to do something productive for 1 hour while I have MMA fights playing on my laptop in front of me. The aim is to not watch or get distracted by the video. My productive task will be to map out my YouTube content for the rest of the year. Alright, this is the last challenge, the third and final one. This one is about focus. So in front of me I have a notebook that's empty, and I'm going to try to map out as much YouTube content as I can on this page. Here I have my laptop and I have some MMA fights off of YouTube. So I have roughly 1 hour on the screen, and that's going to run. So yeah, I'm going to start this and start working, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I started this challenge off. It was the most challenging one because I had to be focused and work and do something productive. I also didn't have any camera overheating issues, so I have the full footage for this one, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I did manage to get a few ideas written down, but as I mentioned before, it was challenging to be focused. Okay, and the stream is over. It is done. I've successfully finished challenge number 3, disciplines. So I've planned out some YouTube ideas for my channel and a couple others. I've come up with some thumbnail and titles, and then I've kept going with that, and that is what I've managed to do. Alright, I've successfully passed my tests with flying colors. I've awarded myself this fancy Guru Unapproved Entrepreneur Ready certificate that shows I've passed the discipline, torture, and focus tests. Now, the best way that you could congratulate me for this achievement would be to subscribe and hit that like button. Do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? My challenge to you is to take and pass all of those entrepreneur tests, then post them in the comments. Alright, since I am now eligible to be an entrepreneur, I am officially ready to start this challenge of building a SaaS business in 12 months. Stay tuned to the next episode where I get serious and start going through ideas and problems.